more clever, yeah.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the Pacific Northwest, the home of the 12s, and they are in full roar as you get a look inside Lumen Field in Seattle. Coming up, we've got an ultra-important divisional round matchup in the NFC, as it'll be the Dragons of Chicago taking on the Seattle Seahawks. One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Pat the 60, Pat the 60. Ready.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. To the left side, looked in by Horton. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle it, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series you have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs.
Viking 18. 70 Timberwolves. Cougar 19. 19 Lions. 19 Tiger, 19.
They'll run with a rookie drafted in the 3rd round. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Now it's 2nd and 6.
60, 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
He'll drop to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Horton. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Looking to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4 of 4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
On 1st and 10, here's Brown. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A great play there. 35 yards. And the Seahawks are on the board first here in this division round matchup. So they take the opening kickoff and drive it all the way down the field.
And that's the last thing you want defensively. On the road, in the playoffs, and now you're down a touchdown right away.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further. Looking to put a drive together.
70, Buffalo 18, 70, 60, 79 Broncos, trap 60, trap 60.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And this is going to be incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. 2nd and 10. Well, looks like they'll move things around here. Now a give, right side. Patton. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
3rd and 5. Back to throw here. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Of course, he's coming off that monster game in their wild card victory, but that's his first catch here in the divisional round. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Patton. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
And when you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front, It's going to give you a great chance to move on.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
70 Lions, 19 tight, 70 Timberwolves.
And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Panther 60, Panther 60, Panther 60, Panther 60. Trap 60, Trap 60. Warriors 70.
They'll set up a throw. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time? Let's keep doing it until they stop us. Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Come on, come on. Set. 70 Lions. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Ready,
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Now, we all know that an offense coordinator and a quarterback, they're aligned at the hip. But when you've got a runner who can get you that kind of yardage, that guy's invaluable.
Hiking, 18. Let's go. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Let's go.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Panther 11. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Back to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Ready? Hiking, 18. Ready?
They'll look to throw. Can't get away, and he's taken down. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
The Seahawks send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. taken in at the 22. 51 yards on the punt there. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense. Gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone. It looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up.
Timberwolves, Bronco 80.
Up the middle they go. Patton. And the big boys up front. They're going to stop him right at the line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
They'll come up now, 3rd and 3. Now they'll audible to something else.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Buffalo 18. 60 Mavericks, 60 Mavericks. Ready?
A throw left side taken in by Kmet. And a big hit there. That was a man coming with bad intentions. And it's going to bring up 4th down. So they bring out their punter as he's on to punt for Chicago. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 54 yards rushing for him now as he has been strong here in the first half of this divisional round matchup.
I never gave up. All I know is going to get this damn bread.
70 Lions, Dragon 60. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates, go.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Throw left side complete. That's Brooks. Just a gain of a couple there. And it'll be 2nd down.
I know it was a game, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held into an okay game.
And he'll be out right at the 35. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
79 Broncos, 18 Cardinals, 18 Rattlers, 18 Rattlers.
An inside give, Brown. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front, and it may be a guard can slide up to the second level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
Second down and a little more than a yard here.
Here we go. Set. 19. Panther 60. Panther 60.
Now a shotgun snap as they look to throw. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
They got completion there. That's clearly an example. One side happy, the other side not very happy. Defense, very, hey, take 1 or 2 yards. We're good with that. Offense, you got to expect to get more on the passing play.
Hot. Ready. Hot 70. Cut 19. Cut 19. 19 tight. 19 tight.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Yet again, targeting and finding Mark Andrews. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Ready, ready. Warriors 70. Canuck 18, Pioneer, 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Bronco 80. Panther 11, Panther 11. Ready.
He finds his man, complete. That's Horton. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Torrey Horton, 38 yards. And the Seahawks have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. One after here coming up. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Seahawks 14, Dragons
0. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
at their own 19-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it first and 10. There he goes, right side. They'll get it inside the 20. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Dragons are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Now the try here for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Seahawks 14, Dragons 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. This is 2nd and 8.
18, 60 Eagles, 7 Pirates, trap 50, trap 70 Lions. Go.
They're going to look to throw. And he can't escape, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
A tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17.
Here we go. Cut 19. Cut 96. Dragon 60.
Now back to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Seahawks send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Taking it about the 16. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
My partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one. Offenses all over continue to be aggressive, and most people never turn down a shot at a deep ball. But oftentimes, it attracts a little bit of extra attention, and it did on that play, and that one got knocked away.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
18 Cardinal, 8, 16.
Now they'll shift things around.
19 tight, 19 tight. Warriors, 70. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. 18, Pioneer.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, they approach this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Cowboy 80. Panther 60. Panther 60. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles.
Now here's a throw out wide. Oh, this might be a double pass. And the throw's going to be caught. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Last week in the wild card win, he had 7 catches. That's his first one here.
First down, Chicago.
Okay, ready?
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Ready? Franco 80. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. 18 Rattler. 18 70 Rangers. 79 Broncos.
They'll look to throw again. He finds his man complete. It's Shepard. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
On the jump. Let's go. Panther 60. 70 Timberwolves. Cup 19. Cup 19. Trap 60. Trap 60. Buffalo 18. Dragon 60. Go.
Back to throw again. Now a run, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20.
Mustang 19. 19 Lions. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat.
They'll look to throw here. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks. He seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Warriors 70. Tight, 19 tight.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He sets to fire deep. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball is intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Trying to lay one up deep. He's got him in. Complete. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10.
Trap 50, trap 50.
He'll look to throw. That's going to be caught. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Let's go. Panther 60, Panthers, Cup 19, Cup 79 Broncos.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. And his guys have got it back in the closing stages of the first half.
CD, when he went to throw that, I'm not sure if he just didn't see where the defense was. Whatever the case, not the throw you're looking for on 1st and goal.
Not at all, because, look, let's face it, that close to the goal line, if you throw an interception, it's going to hurt on any down. But really, the only down you can kind of live with is if you do it on 4th down. The first 3, if you don't have it wide open, just get rid of it. Make sure they can't get it and live to fight another down. 1st and goal, and you throw the pick, not good at all.
18, Pioneers. 60 Mavericks.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That is incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Mustang 19. Hawk 7, 19 tight, 19 tight. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Warriors 70, 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
They'll set up to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
Hustle.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. Some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Patton. And he stopped immediately there. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I have to think a major focus at a halftime means had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
79 Broncos.
2nd and 9 now. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Derek Hall, his 2nd sack of the night.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
19 Lions. 60 Bobcats. 60 Bobcats. Buffalo 18. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Panther 11. Panther 11. Dragon 60.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Reek Woolen.
I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 16 yards right off the bat for the 1st down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Cougar 19. Ready. Hawk set Bronco 80.
Running right, here's Brown. They'll get this down to the 38.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know you're trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From the 38 now, here's second down at 7.
Come on, set! Cougar 19!
They'll drop to throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Let's go!
On third down, he'll drop to throw. That one caught. It's Horton. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Torrey Horton, his second touchdown of the night. And the Seahawks add 6 to their lead. Always important to get the first score in the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this, because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead. This is what they're going to need more of. It's the third quarter. You're trailing. You've got to come out with a renewed sense of purpose, and that's a nice way to kick off the drive with good yardage and a first down.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
79 Brock. Let's go now. 18 Cardinal. 60 Bobcats. 60 Bobcats. 19 Lions.
He'll look to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Let's phrase this delicately, okay? Might have had a better option instead of throwing the football into double coverage.
He was blanketed. I was surprised that he went his direction.
Yeah, should have thought maybe about the check down, take the completion, keep moving.
Second and 10 here as we sit in the third quarter of this divisional round matchup.
7 Pirates, 70 Lions. Hey, crash. Panther 11, trap 60, Buffalo 18, Dragon 60. 18 Rattler.
He'll drop to throw. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Reek Woolen. Down the left sideline. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, Cindy, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. To this point, they've delivered.
Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Here we go.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
70 Timberwolves. 60 Mavericks. 60 Mavericks. 70 Rangers. 18. 5.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now.
70, Mustang 19, Cup 19, Cup 19.
Back to throw here. And now here is another interception. I think you and I were a little surprised back early in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Ready? Dragon 60, 70 Lions.
Looking to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
19 Lions. Ready?
They'll set up a throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is in for a Seattle touchdown. Joey Horton saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Seahawks continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. And right now, Charles, I think you'd have to say their class is starting to show through.
Yeah, they were disappointed not to get the #1 seed in the playoffs, but the reality is these guys can play anywhere. It doesn't matter for them.
And if they can indeed hold on to this lead, that's going to set up one heck of a championship game next Sunday.
Let's come back and watch it, shall we?
Something tells me you and I are going to be there. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
At their own 20-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Come on. Set, Panther, and 60 by 6, 60 by 65. Cup 19, Cup 19, Mustang 19.
Back to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Nicky Van Rory. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get them next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You've got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll start at the 40, so great starting field position following the interception. And they'll begin here with a run by Brown. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
18, Pioneer. 19, Tiger.
They'll look to throw. A short throw caught by Andrews. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
19, Tiger. 19, Tiger. Let's go now. Cougar 19.
1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
19, Lions.
Got a man and he hits him in stride.
Now he's loose down the left sideline.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A great effort there. 58 yards. And the Seahawks are moving closer to a date now, the NFC Championship game, as they're able to extend this 4th quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Dragon 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. He's going to take another shot here. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Ready.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Broncos. Cup 19. Cup 19. 18. Rattler. 18.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Cowboy 80.
Now they'll change things up.
18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Dragon 60. 18, Pioneer. Go.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And on now is the punter, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is taken at the 23. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out to this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
2nd down and 6 now.
Let's go now. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. Buffalo 18.
That's pulled in by Brooks. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here is 3rd and 5.
Warriors 70. Down. 70 Timberwolves. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers. Hurt. Ready, right?
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, this one probably not the close game you would expect or hope to see in prime time, CD. But, of course, that wasn't their intent in preparing for this one. They said they felt like their offense was ready to put up some points. And, my goodness, it has been a dominant display in front of a national audience.
Yeah, they thought it, and it certainly came to fruition, didn't it? They've been dominant in so many ways in this one. If you weren't paying attention to this group before, you certainly are now after seeing this type of victory from them.
81 yards rushing for him now in the ball game as he is trying to will his guys to the championship round next weekend.
Panther 60, Panther ready.
And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. That good for 22 and a first down.
And that's a great run, and this is where you've got a running back who feels like he needs to take over this football game. You're in the second half, you've got the lead. You're looking at moving on to the conference championship. And he's got to be saying, just keep giving me the ball, and I'll get us home.
Ready, set.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal.
70 Lions. Hut, hut.
Brown is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. Not able to go anywhere that time. Second down. So stuffed from the 2. Now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Ready, ready. Cougar 19. Go.
They'll give it here to Brown. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's third down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
19 tight. Set up. 18 Cardinal, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. And give him another 6. It's called for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad is on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They knew this would be tough on the road divisional round, and that has certainly been the case with the deficit they face in this fourth quarter. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. If they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 40 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Here we go, here we go. Cougar 19, Viking.
They'll run on first down. Patton. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Not liking the look. They'll change the play.
Warriors 70. Ready.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And the Seahawk defense gets to him and they bring him down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Ready. 70, Cowboy 80.
They're going to look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at 000. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
They're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Bronco 80. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Cowboy 80. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position.
Cardinal. 18 Cardinal.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
Get it! 19 Tiger! 19 Tiger!
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
Let's go now. 70 Timberwolves.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. And they have secured a spot in the conference championship, and now you can start to smell it at this point in the season, can't you?
You really can, because the focus has been one game at a time, not looking ahead. But when you get to the conference championship game and you know you're there, the Super Bowl does loom in the future.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Seahawks here as we say so long from Seattle.